Workers at the Western Sydney plant that produces Huggies nappies received some devastating news today. The owner, Kimberly Clark, will be closing the mill and laying off all 220 employees by July. Let's bring in our Network Finance editor, Gemma Acton, to have a chat about this now. Gemma, good evening to you. Another blow for Australian manufacturing. What's behind this?
Yes, well, it really is a devastating blow for the workers today because there was no warning and no consultation given this time around. So what's happening is all of the Huggies manufacturing from here is being moved to China and Korea. And what Kimberly Clark's saying is that there they will be better able to access the latest cutting-edge technology and research. But what's actually going on, this is part of a much bigger plan where they're shutting down 10 plants globally and rehousing a lot of their operations in Asia. So we think about why these particular Asian countries might be attractive versus Australia. Well, labour costs are still lower there, even though that gap is narrowing. But one big problem a lot of manufacturers have with Australia and cite often is energy, not having a coherent policy, and the fact that energy prices are very volatile and have been extremely high in recent years, which makes it so hard for manufacturers to plan.
So why don't they say that, I wonder? Why do they come up with the spin of saying better technology offshore for making nappies? Right,
exactly. So I think they don't want to address labour costs at all. Yeah. And I think particularly since apparently the enterprise bargaining agreement is due for renegotiation later this year in Kimberly Clark's case. I think particularly with the election coming up, it's
but there goes 220 jobs, you know.
That's exactly right. They said they'll try and rehouse people if they can in their South Australian plant, but we'll have to wait and see.
All right, but look, some upbeat news from another sector which hires more than 1 million Australians.
Yes, that's right. You're talking about retailing. So retail sales today up by 0.8%, which firstly thrashed expectations, but secondly is the highest we've seen in almost a year and a half. There are a couple of one-off factors. You know, we're seeing the effect of the drought on food inflation. We're seeing people starting to buy warmer clothes because weather changing, so can't get too carried away just yet, and also does come off the back of a couple of very weak months, but you know, still good to hear some.
We'll take the upbeat news anyway.
That's right.
So there you go.
Say so.
All right, Jim, thank you very much for that.